If you guys did not see, some weird stuff was kind of happening over the weekend. To anyone who is a part of the Twitch community or goes to Twitch, what is it, TwitchCon, a part of any of that stuff. I personally don't know much about Twitch. I've been thinking about doing some dual streams on there, eventually trying to, mess around with it a little bit. But yeah, essentially there was a lot of drama that came out of it, essentially from what was it? I think it was Friday or Saturday. Might have been Saturday was the main day. If you guys don't know Emiru, who here has ever heard of Emiru? I've definitely heard of her. I personally don't know much about her, but I know of her, of course. She's one of the largest female streamers from Twitch. I think she's in like the top 20 of largest streamers on that side of the interweb. Good on her. But yeah, I've heard lots of stuff about her. I know she's very and she's in that community with Asmon Gold, and there's a lot of other people that are associated with her. Um, but if you guys didn't see, something pretty crappy happened to her. She was basically sexually assaulted live on camera. Uh, she was during a meet and greet, kind of doing. Heard of her name before? Said Skylar. Yeah, she's a big name. I think she does like a lot of cosplay and live streaming and stuff like that. I keep mixing her up with a YouTuber, Emiru. Sounds like a VTuber name or something like that. But yeah, she essentially was at a meet and greet meeting with fans, and some weirdo essentially came up and attempted to do something, kiss her or something like that, and it was very weird, very odd. We'll get into a lot of the specifics. I mean, we'll be watching some of these videos, and a lot of these will kind of explain exactly what was kind of going on there. Um, there's a lot of drama with apparently prior to this event, Twitch essentially banned her former private security guard because the guy made contact with an individual who was attempting to harass her again, and they were like, "Nope, you can't do that." For some reason, I don't know. I'm guessing Twitch is afraid of liability, even if the person that is being uh, arrested is in the wrong. It's a really weird situation. Um, and yeah, so her previous guard had been banned from TwitchCon because all I heard with Iron Mouse, a VTuber. I think I've actually heard of Iron Mouse, oddly enough. But yeah, her previous guard had been banned from the event, which she likes having her own private security. You know, who wouldn't if you're a big name? And so because I heard her fan gifts were disposed. Oh, I did hear about that. Was that Iron Mouse? Yeah, I did hear about that as well. There was another Twitch too. Was that Iron Mouse? Says Veronica. Yeah, there was another Twitch person who was there who I guess wasn't there in person and had a bunch of fans dropped off gifts to like her manager or something, and I guess the building crew, whatever building they were in for TwitchCon, I guess the crew just like threw away all the gifts or something like that, which is like, why? Why would you do that? I don't know. Very, very weird. If you can't tell, Twitch, in my opinion, not just TwitchCon, but in my opinion, it definitely seems like Twitch is not a very well-run company. I think a lot of people kind of are starting to jump ship a little bit more, especially after over the weekend. But already people have been leaving in flocks from Twitch. They've been running off to Kick and YouTubes and stuff like that. Like if you notice, a lot of those people like Asmon Gold and Moist, they're more on YouTube. I think Moist is definitely on YouTube more than he is Twitch. Asmon's, I think, a little more 50-50. Yeah, I saw it on my Twitter notifications, and I didn't know if it was her gifts being thrown out. Yeah, apparently people were leaving her gifts for like a manager or some place to leave gifts for her. And yeah, some of the building crew were throwing stuff out. I don't know, it's very, very odd. But yeah, just in general, that's part of the big reason why I honestly haven't been so hardcore in trying to understand Twitch and trying to use it. I've been mainly focused on YouTube just because I feel like YouTube is a pretty fair and safe place. Not completely fair or completely safe, but definitely seems to me to be far more professionally operated than Twitch, in my opinion. Now back to what we're getting into. So, um, yeah, let me go ahead and just play the video. So, I will say, um, I you know, who am I to say how particularly bad it is? But if you are a bit squeamish of some possible sexual harassment, you may not want to watch this. Just giving you a heads up. It's not. you know, that's not for me to decide how bad it is. That's all I'll say is there is some form of harassment happening here. So if you're squeamish, I wouldn't watch. But all right, let me go ahead and switch over. Ba, 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 ba. That works. Put you on full screen. Oh, great. Move you up here. Oh my gosh. All the sizes are wrong. And put you here. Okay, so here we go. If this is the main video, another big talking point a lot of people are saying is luckily there was a fan of the sort. Someone was here and recorded the situation with their phone, with their camera. It actually turns out that like that ended up being a great thing because a lot of people are like theorizing, especially with you'll see with how Twitch has handled the event post what happened. A lot of people are saying possibly without this camera view, there's a chance that Twitch probably would have acted like this didn't even happen to her. So she even like herself thanked whoever was recording this because she's worried that like Twitch wouldn't have believed her or would have just flat out denied anything had happened. So good on whoever recorded this. All right, if you guys could let me know how the audio is gonna sound, we'll play it. So yeah, like I said, don't watch if you're squeamish. Oh, am I blocking her view a little bit? Let me move me. Here we go.
Past barriers to grab.
Okay, so. Oh, well, this person kind of blocked it out anyways. But if you see right here, she is... Dude, that would have sucked. So essentially, if you can see, she's in the middle of talking to one of her... I'm going to put the music back on since I got no audio. All right, so if you can see here, yeah, she is in the middle of talking with one of her meet and greets. Something about, you know, signing signatures or talking to this person. And then if you look off to the right side, there's a very large guy off to the right side here who just like jumps in front of the entire crowd and just bum rushes her. And clearly, I think you can tell that at first here she doesn't react. And I think what that might be is, you know, she's a big name. She's probably used to managers or staff people coming up to her to tell her, give her news or to tell her updates of something. And I think that's what at first this guy comes up to her. And I think she thinks he's like a staff member or somebody, manager, someone PR or associated with the event. So she doesn't do anything. And then immediately once this dude goes up to her and essentially grabs her, she like begins to freak out, of course. And there's a lot of crazy stuff here, so let's go ahead and just watch. W. Fanny recorded the ordeal, says Skylar. Absolutely, oh yeah. So they block it out. Essentially what's happening behind here is this dude is essentially trying to kiss her or something very weird. He goes up and he like grabs her head or something like that. Security comes from behind over here and gives the guy a good shove. And it's all very like... all very odd. So they'll show it one more time. And there's so much to like take in with what was going on here. First off, as a lot of people, I'll point out my obvious things, but there's so many things that people are pointing out, like how in the world, if you're having like a live event, like it's understandable maybe on the grounds of the event, like in the entire building, why it would be kind of tough to have security everywhere, you know, monitoring what's happening. But you would think at a major con like this, like a big event, you would at least like where security would be heavy would be up at like the meet and greet areas or the areas where your celebrities are. And this dude, no credentials, no anybody, some weird fan, walks in front of the entire crowd and walks right up to Emiru. How does that happen? You know what I mean? Like, first off, how does that happen? How is anybody random just able to just walk up to her? And then, not only just to walk up to her, but then to also, like, have time to grab her and attempt to do something. You know, heaven forbid this guy had a weapon or something. Like, luckily he ended up having nothing. But, like, what if he had a knife or anything, you know, that he could have physically harmed her? He had plenty of time to do so. So yeah, those are two different things. Like the fact that he was able to run up to the in the front of the crowd to get to her is one thing, and the other fact that he was just able to get to her in general is also kind of like, I mean, I don't know what else you look at it other than a lack of security. Luckily, and another fact is this guy right here, this gentleman right here that gives that guy a shove, he doesn't even work for the event. He's not a security guard for TwitchCon or Twitch itself. This is one of her private security people. So not only did all of that stuff get allowed to happen, but then the person who breaks it up is not even part of the event. It's like her personal security guard. Which, another thing is, like, why was he all the way back here hiding behind this wall when, like, he probably needs to be standing behind her? Oh, I get why. Someone made someone pointed out that, like, she wouldn't want him to be over here because he'd be in the way of pictures that she'd be taking with meet and greet fans and stuff. Understandable. I still think him standing all the way over here is probably too far away. But yeah, it's just insane. And then I feel like this video doesn't quite show as much as I was hoping it would. But then there's another thing that's a problem. Though, well, we'll see multiple videos, but another problem is that, like, he shoves the guy off of her, and then the camera pans and the guy just walks this way and leaves. Nobody stops him. So that's the shortest video that I have. That's just the actual events and what happened. So who to thank for that video? That was What's Trending. Thank you so much, What's Trending. I'm just taking a quick little peek. So next, another video we'll watch. If bro said Veronica, yeah. So we're gonna try and watch people that did. Again, if you can't tell, I'm a fan of H3. I just like them because I feel like they're very detailed with their commentary and what they're talking about. So we'll watch a little bit of their video, and they'll point out probably everything that I've pointed out already. But oh, sorry, someone's at my front door. Nope, someone dropped off a package. Right, I'll be right back. Let me go grab my package. That didn't sound right. I'll be right back. My package. I'm expecting my injections for this week. They weren't in. Let's see. That reminded me that I got mail too. I'm gonna check my mail for my package after work. LOL, says Veronica. Yeah, I've got my Ring camera and it told me somebody was there. Had to go see who it was. But yeah, so we'll watch a little bit of H3. Like I said, they did a very good job of kind of detailing what was kind of happening with the whole Twitch event. There's so much detail. And then I've got like 5 videos that have to do with what was going on there. So believe me, there's a lot of people talking about what was going on. So let me go ahead and switch over. I wonder if I should turn off the music. Okay, music's off. Back to the window, to the window, to the wall. All right, so this is H3 and them talking about it. Let's see. I've already seen the video, but we'll see.
I looked it up myself. She is on the Twitch charts, the highest female content creator on
okay.
Twitch.
If you guys could, let me know how the audio is with this. Let me know if I need to turn it up or down or anything like that.
Her. She seems funny and cool and chill, so good for her for being funny, cool, and chill.
She was like number 19 overall or something like that on the site.
So here she is talking. This is before the convention. She talks about that Twitch has a requirement in her contract to do a meet and greet at TwitchCon. So these other people had the option to say no, but apparently she has some kind of deal with Twitch.
So they're going to talk about it, but essentially, you can... Needs a little bump up? Okay, I'll turn it up. So essentially, what they're getting into, or what they just said, is that Emiru, essentially, due to some sort of contractual obligation with Twitch, there was some sort of show that she hosts at Twitch, and somewhere in the contractual stuff, they determined that for her to keep whatever show she has, for them it was required that she have to do the meet and greet, which is something that she really, apparently, she'll say in the video, but she really didn't want to do. You know, and I won't say it that way, but as you can imagine, in the modern times and some modern events that have been happening as of late, you can imagine that a lot of people are super skeptical and worried about doing in-person stuff with fans. Not saying they're worried about the fans, but in every fan group, there's always some crazies, right? One, with the Charlie Kirk event, that's obviously the biggest thing. That's why Hassan, I believe, pulled out of some Twitch stuff, because Hassan was supposed to do like a live show with Charlie Kirk. That's a random factoid, but yeah, he was supposed to do a random thing with Charlie Kirk like a week before he was killed. So like you have the Charlie Kirk event. I believe, from what I understand, there also was a Chinese streamer who was killed last year or something live on stream. So there's a lot of people that are very worried about like doing certain things live, because when you're live, you know, that tells the weirdos in the audience where you're at and at what time you're at. So like I can understand why being worried about doing stuff like that. I can see where it comes from. So that's why it's especially crappy that like Twitch had like some sort of, granted, that's for you when you sign on a contract, you know, the things that come with it, but still the fact that like Twitch mandated you having to meet with fans in order to keep some show is, in my opinion, a little crappy. But yeah, that's essentially the groundwork of like what was going on with the meet and greet.
That obligates her to do a meet and greet at TwitchCon. So
I turned the audio up a little
expect,
bit.
Right?
Let me know if it's too
that
loud.
These people are doing everything in their power to keep you safe. I mean, it's your safety is their responsibility. They're forcing you to be there, right? Here she is talking about it.
So I had to cancel my meet and
This
greet
is Emiru
of
here,
the
in
stuff,
case you don't know,
but
on the right.
in order to, it's
Honestly,
I can't
says Veronica
cancel my
Rose,
meet
yeah.
and greet
Always
and
some weird
not cancel the
parasocial
show
fans to Skylar.
because
Most of the
fact that
time, yeah.
The reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours.
So you see what this girl said. I think she's I think they're all famous Twitch people. I don't remember. I know one of them is named like Senna. I think that might be her or something. But yeah, this is Emiru, if you don't know, girl on the right. But she was just talking about how she didn't feel, or this girl on the left, a little bit higher, gotcha. She was saying that she doesn't even feel comfortable staying in one place for more than 2 hours. And mainly because of what I was talking about. When you're live and you're streaming, if you're some big streamer, you know, that is an easy way for the parasocial weirdos that Skylar was talking about. That gives them, they know you're in a place and at a specific time. So that's why she was saying, oh, I don't like being in the same place for more than 2 hours. So that type.
Because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh. Yeah,
So I'm sorry,
I kept my meet
Emmy.
and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be
I'm
fine.
sorry, Emmy.
So she's saying she had to keep her meet and greet because she wanted to keep her show.
Right.
So yeah. So
Comes with a package deal.
sure.
You want a show at TwitchCon?
Listen.
Get ready to get accosted by weirdos.
Listen. It's a reasonable deal setup, presumably.
Yeah,
if,
presuming
you know,
that they do the
take
due
care of it.
diligence to keep you safe. Yeah.
Yeah. So now let's go to the event itself. Now,
But like I was saying, that is on you as a creator to understand what you're signing on for and to get that. But still, even with that, you shouldn't. I don't like the idea of signing on and being forced to do things, especially meet up with people. And then, but then you also start getting into the argument of like, well, even if that is the case, even if you don't find it fair that Twitch is saying, well, you've got to do a meet and greet and you've got to do this, you signed on to a contract, I would still be okay with that. But Twitch, it should be super imperative on them. It should be their responsibility is on them to make sure it's safe. Then if you're going to require people to contractually have to do events where they're meeting with fans, then you got to make that safe, man. You got to have security. And I think that's one of the big things that we'll get into many of these videos is Twitch had no security there. There's videos of people just walking up and having no credentials and being led in places. And it's just like, again, Twitch could be let off the hook for mandating people do things because of contracts, but the least you got to do is ensure that there's proper security there for the people that you do mandate. That's the least you can do, in my opinion.
Now, this is very interesting. So Emiru, they launched the event within 3 hours of the event starting. Now, this is a multi-day event, right, AB?
Yeah. It's over the whole weekend.
It was a whole weekend-long event. This is the first 3 hours. The doors just opened, essentially, right? Here's the video of what happened.
Heck, have a table separating the fan and the creator with a table or something. Yes, that's something that, who was it? XQC, another big Twitch guy. That's something XQC was talking about, is that if you're going to do something like that where you're mandating meet and greets with people, either, he mentioned it, have a table or build a stage. Build a stage so that the creator is up on the stage, and when people, it's their turn to meet her, walk up on the stage while there's a security presence or somebody there. You know, some sort of barrier or something between you and the people. There can't just be a wide open room with Emiru standing in the middle of the room and anybody can just walk up to her. You know, that's not how things should be, in my opinion.
And as she expressed, she's so grateful that somebody actually caught it on video, because how could she possibly explain and like the gravity of what happened and the utter failure of Twitch's if this wasn't captured, right? So here she is doing a live meet and greet. Here she is.
Oh, and I guess we should just say, this clip is actually pretty disturbing. If you're sensitive to sexual assault, you probably shouldn't watch this. Like
that I agree with. I'll tell you what happened so you can decide.
Yeah.
He essentially grabs her and tries to kiss her, right?
Yeah, just like he just charges her basically and embraces her.
So so if that makes you uncomfortable, that's basically what happened.
That's what you're gonna say, yeah.
And so you feel free to skip the next 2 minutes, which I'm gonna watch this clip here.
Oh, well, you can see it better here with mine. Not that you guys don't need to see it, but you can clearly see that. Just to be 100 with you guys, you can very clearly see what this guy's intentions are. So this isn't blurred out, but you can see it's not like in question. He grabs her by the face or upper body and attempts to move his face inward. It's like, it's blatantly obvious what he was trying to do. And again, not to show you guys the actual video, but
here he comes.
See, look, he like goes in on her and it's like, what the?
One more time. Because it happened so fast. Yeah. So everybody's standing in line.
He's talking to a fan.
He was mad aggressive, says Veronica. Yes, he was like super aggressive with it.
Right. And from the outfield,
well, what am I saying? Aggressive or not, sexual assault is.
I don't know how tall he is, but he looks massive. Beeline.
But yeah, he like beeline straight for her, like Ethan's saying. And it's not in question what he was trying to do, in my opinion.
Their top female streamer is sexually assaulted.
And that guy that pushed him,
that's her security.
That's her security.
Not
Twitch. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to that.
Yeah. Sorry.
But the guy who essentially saved her isn't even Twitch security. This is someone she brought extra to protect herself because she didn't trust Twitch's.
I did not think he would wrap around her, said Veronica. Yes, he goes in for a bear hug and tries to he obviously tries to force himself on her, which is again, another thing we'll get into, but like, how is that not like arrest? Like you need to get arrested level of like harassment? That's another thing, is I don't believe, from what I understand, that guy has been arrested or any charges have been pressed or anything. Like I don't know. We'll see more. He straight up assaulted her and gets a slap on the wrist to walk out. Oh, you'll see. There's plenty more videos. The dude, he literally just walks out. He just leaves and goes home. And then super messed up part is later on the reaction of Twitch and what this guy's supposed punishment is. But yeah, he's not even a slap on the wrist. He gets an easy shove from this guy and then he just leaves.
Security. But honestly, guys, this is like, if this was all that happened, it would be bad enough, but it's so much worse.
Yep.
Well, he has a pen in his hand too, by the way. If he wanted to kill her, she would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he could have killed
Veronica Rose said, bet he doesn't even get banned. It turns out he did get banned.
Pen, I think.
Sure.
But I don't even believe he was actually banned from the event. I believe he was banned on Twitch, they said. Which that is something, and we have a video with Emiru where she'll talk about it. But yeah, I believe he only received like a 30-day ban from being on Twitch, which is like, oops, sorry. Which is insane. A 30-day ban from just not being on Twitch. And Emiru says it, but she's like, okay, so yeah. The whole event was mishandled.
Actually, strange is like Twitch is fueled by parasocial relationships. Like if there's any social media account that needs to protect their creators, it's Twitch, right? Because these people have intense emotional and personal
Intentionally
connections.
fostered by the platform, like with everything about the way the platform is designed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Undoubtedly so.
So I don't know, but yeah, and he's just such a fucking creepy, gross, massive dude, man. Ugh, what a disgusting fucking thing to happen.
Hey, Carlos Vargas is in chat, says, so why doesn't she just call the police? That's a great question. I believe this is such a fresh event that I don't believe that Emiru has begun to take any steps just yet. Or no, I take that back. She hasn't announced what she has been doing, but I think it's pretty obvious she's probably going to sue somebody. I would assume like Twitch is probably going to get majorly sued because of this. I mean, I wouldn't you guys? I mean, you essentially got sexually assaulted on camera, and like, Twitch's only avenue of punishment for the gentleman is a 30-day ban from Twitch, from using Twitch. I mean, yeah. That's a good question. Why didn't she call the police? I don't know what you can do though, because the guy, if you watch, we'll show it on video, but he immediately leaves the event. So it's not as if he stuck around and was being a weirdo. He gets shoved off of her and he immediately leaves the event. There's camera footage of him beelining it straight for the exit, goes home. I don't exactly know what you can do about that. I mean, I would assume they probably tried to, but you know what I mean? Maybe eventually somebody will go to his home, but like, it's only been pretty fresh. I mean, this just happened, what, Saturday? So I would at least almost anticipate there's going to be lawsuits coming Twitch's way, and you'll see. I think Twitch knows that. There's other videos I'll show of Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, talking about this.
So he walks off.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
Pretty horrible, pretty disturbing.
Oh, so this is the part that I wanted to show you guys on that other video that didn't have it. Look here. This guy gets shoved off.
So he walks off.
And then the guy escorts him.
That's crazy.
Oh, look, there he goes. He's going home.
Pretty horrible, pretty disturbing.
Isn't
Sorry,
it?
Extremely disturbing.
That's
Very
the part I
gross
wanted to show
disturbing.
you guys, is that like the guy just like
Traumatizing.
left.
Absolutely traumatizing.
He just bails.
What the fuck just happened? What happened? Did I film that? I don't.
Yes, bro. Thank you, by the way. You did such a good job of capturing that. You honestly, and she goes into explaining it in more detail. I'll let her explain it. But this guy is a hero for capturing that, because this is the only video I've seen essentially that really showed what happened.
If he didn't,
No way.
people probably wouldn't have believed her or said she was exaggerating, maybe.
Right.
Or even more importantly, Twitch wouldn't have fucking done anything
Right.
or cared about it.
Right.
Which is what she alleges, credibly.
Which, yeah, you see what they're saying is basically, when we get to the Emiru video, that's exactly what she says. Is she's like, well, they've been so dismissive, Twitch itself with her, they've been so dismissive as to like what was going on and what happened, that she doesn't even think if Twitch would have like done anything if like there wasn't an actual video, you know, if the whole thing wasn't recorded. So
Hey,
That's my
W cameras, I guess.
didn't want to come.
evacuate cutie because of
Is there
Right.
more? I haven't watched
Oh,
this
man,
whole.
that's-
Basically, what
No,
I watched.
I think the most important thing, and maybe you're about to, but you should point out the fact that he just walks away.
Well, so we're getting to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
the
he walked
insane
off, but
part.
you would assume like with Dan Clancy's like there's police, security, secret agents, sleeper agents, videos, cameras.
You'll see,
lasers.
but
the command
luckily
center
the
probably
H3 crew, they
swarm
have
with
they have
activity right now.
multiple
They've gone
videos of
DEFCON
him
1 and
like
they're deploying
leaving,
troops
and
from
you'll get
the
to see them
fell
all
from the
here.
ceiling, dude.
I mean, yeah, this is
Badass.
this is a DEFCON 1 situation, unironically, right?
If anything,
Let me see if I can find it.
So, what I would assume happened is her private security. I have this.
So here's another video. I went ahead and skipped ahead. This is another video that shows the guy like leaving immediately after these events. So this is a great video from them.
Here he is on his way. People started going through all their footage and catching him kind of walking.
This is another creator at Twitch.
Bad place to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Giant convention center full of people live streaming everything that's happening from every angle.
So
yeah, if you guys look behind this guy, you'll see him. That's another thing is yeah, they just brought it up, but it's crazy to commit a crime at an event where everyone's on their phone. Like, if you're gonna commit, you know what? I don't want to give people ideas on how to commit crimes, but not too bright, right? This guy to do something as heinous as assaulting someone in a place that's like full of YouTube creators, everyone on their phones and stuff. But if you look over this guy's shoulder, you'll notice he's like the most obvious. He's like taller than everyone, and he's wearing a plaid shirt. It's like, dude, you stick out like a sore thumb here.
That's him? I've seen videos of him where it's clearly him.
All right, watch
But it looks like
behind
he's
him.
Skipping. Oh, that's the meetup. So he's okay. You can see.
Yeah.
Just how flagrant, how obvious his cutting is, right? Like there's a big line here, and this dude walks through a wide open space straight for them. Watch right here in the bottom right. Here he comes. Boom. Right?
Oh, this is the video I
So,
thought it was.
I mean, there was a lot of fucking opportunity.
There was another
to
video.
Stop this guy.
Oh, here it is right here.
The
That
same
same
clip,
creator.
streamer moments later, you can see. You see him?
So look here behind. This is the video. This is the part I was looking for.
Is now. Let's see.
So if you see, look who is standing off to the right over here. It's him. It's the assaulter. But you can see him. He's like way taller than everyone. You'll watch here. He just like casually leaves the event.
It's him in the plaid right there.
There
You
he
see him
is.
right there.
He's
This
just
is
casually
right
leaving.
after
Yeah.
He assaulted Emiru, and he is just casually walking away. Okay, watch this again. Here he is. Not a single person.
He's like looking at his
trailing
watch,
him,
like, oh, I
looking
gotta get
at
out of
him,
here.
Doing anything. He couldn't beat.
Wow, what a fucking caveman.
And
with
let it
another-
play.
He's like, oh, I must have left the oven running. This is
Right?
Yeah.
Let it play. There's nobody.
it's saying
coming.
that he was allowed to just
Not only
walk
nobody
away
following,
from
there's nobody
that.
coming. Where's not a single person is. How is that possible? Right? But wait, it gets
How
even
to,
worse.
how to commit crimes with Chaz
Um,
101, says Skylar.
So
I got
before
you,
I
fam.
watch this one, AB, I want to show what Twitch's statement was.
Just pay attention to me. I can show you guys
9A, they initially responded.
fraud.
So-
Anyone
thank you,
want
I
to
got
learn
one.
fraud? I
Yeah.
can teach fraud.
So when this happened,
Avoiding the
Twitch,
IRS.
and it started going viral, it started to become like a trending story for so many reasons, right?
Yeah.
So here they'll show that this is now we're starting to get into the point where Twitch's reaction essentially to the events. So I think they're gonna read Twitch's immediately response here on Twitter. I think the more egregious response is Dan. Obviously, I mentioned it, but Dan Clancy's direct video response on. I think he responded with who is it? To that crazy lady Taylor Lorenz. But we'll get into that, and then just like the nonchalantness, just they kind of just hand waved just absolutely everything that happened here. But yeah, here's the
So they
tweet,
quickly
the
put out
tweet
a
from
statement,
them.
and I'll read it to you. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involved a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply upsetting. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on the site and responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to TwitchCon premise. They are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. By the way,
Okay, so I guess I did have it a little wrong. So they were banned a little bit more than I said they were. So from what I understood, they said they were. So it says they're banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. Still, to me, that's not a very good discipline considering sexual harassment. I don't know about you guys, but hey, Odin Assalti's in chat. Odin Assalti says, "Hey guys, I just watched the Fallout Day broadcast. How is everyone doing? I'm doing good. Odin, how are you?" Fallout Day broadcast. I'll be honest, I don't even know what that is. Is that like a public Fallout event that's going on? I saw something about Fallout New Vegas. They announced some like Ultimate Edition or something coming out next year, but interesting. Hey, Carol Pierce is in chat. Carol says, "Hello all." What's up, Carol? Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I don't know what Fallout Day broadcast is. Maybe I might be able to watch that on stream. That's not even something I knew about. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Maybe we'll watch that after this. How long is that? Is that like a long event? Fallout Day 2025. Oh, that's fairly short. Maybe I'll watch that after this. I was looking for something to watch. Interesting. All right, back to what we were watching. Howdy, howdy. Just got out of work an hour ago, so I'm relaxing for now, says Skylar. Hey, that's awesome. I appreciate you spending your time here. All right, so back to what was going on.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, why are we talking about bans?
Why do we care about TwitchCon? How are you actually missing the point that hard? Hey, don't worry. He's never coming back.
He will never be able to comment in chat
He just
again.
committed sexual assault, bro, on camera. What are you talking about?
Just a
Yeah.
quick correction. You said they quickly responded. This wasn't that quick. This was the next day.
Okay, so this was the next day.
Next day.
So we are coordinating with the impacted creators team, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement and investigations. We have increased security at the meet and greet. You increased it? Wasn't it already supposed
No,
to?
we were maxed out. We're at top.
How can you increase it? It's already maxed out,
Yeah.
guys. That clearly means that the security wasn't as fucking good as it should have been.
It's an event. They announced. Thought it was disappointing. Oh, well, maybe I'll still watch it. Carol Pearson chat says, "Wish ChazmaN a happy birthday, all." Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Carol. I've had plenty of birthday wishes. We had a lot of people here wishing me. I did a stream on my birthday, so I got my recognition. I'm happy.
Bam.
Super security.
They turned it to 11.
Super
Who's
security
there now?
saying,
RoboCop?
Super security saying God X3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stage 2, V. Ultra V power.
Yeah.
We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please note they were unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. Ooh, so slick. Says Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. So
that's actually worth pointing out, that thing about the +1. Are you aware about that whole element of this?
Well, it sounds like they were allowing +1s before.
So you had to register for the meet and greet, which would allow some degree of filtering, but then you could bring a +1.
Which, no security. No.
Oh, that's something I didn't even realize that they had mentioned before. So they're saying apparently there was a way for people that were buying admission into TwitchCon that you were able to buy a ticket, you had to register and put in information. But they're saying that in order to, if you wanted to bring a +1, they were allowing you if you had already bought in a general admission, but that they weren't requiring any information for the +1. So you could just bring anybody? How does that make any sense? That seems kind of neglectful.
It's just whoever you decide to bring along.
+1. It's genius. You get a good value.
Yeah.
So here is so basically what they're saying is like, look, guys, our security's insane. We didn't do anything wrong. We got the guy. We apprehended him. Everything's fine, right? And essentially not accepting any responsibility for what happened. Now here's a clip that really puts everything into perspective for you.
Odin Salty says, "I didn't know you had a birthday going on. Happy birthday week." Hey, thank you so much, Odin. Yeah, it was Tuesday. I had a very lovely day. Went and saw some family. I went and bought some Pokemon cards and video games. It was nice. Nice and chill. Went to the gym.
Here's a clip from outside the convention of the guy leaving the convention.
Oh, no, I didn't
by
go to the gym. I
himself,
skipped Tuesday.
Making a
That's right.
clean fucking getaway.
Oh, this is the other part I was going to show you guys. So, again, I wouldn't just show you guys H3 just for the heck of it. I like their content, but more than anything, I think they did a really good job of covering this. So I feel like that's why we're watching that. But if you guys can't tell, right here, if you guys look, so they're going to show a clip of outside of the entrance to TwitchCon. So here you can already see the guy on camera. Here he is right here. They'll show that, like, so he gets a clean getaway. He just like goes straight for the door, leaves. I do think if you look, there's somebody that follows him but doesn't walk outside of the door. I do wonder if at least someone, a part of the staff, was at least trying to follow him to find out where he goes. But you can definitely tell whoever was following him, once he gets out the door, they're just like, oh, nothing I can do now. He's outside, so great job. Great job on everyone's behalf.
Making a clean fucking getaway. Can you believe he walked through the entire convention that apparently is locked down like a Las Vegas casino?
Right.
Can you imagine if someone stole chips? How fast they would be fucking...
Right.
That person wouldn't have made it 10 feet.
If they were able to ban his account, then why not help Emmy press charges? Great question. I still don't even believe... I'll be honest. I still think this, again, like Carlos Vargas had asked, I still think this is all super early in some of the proceedings. I still would anticipate someone's going to still press charges. I still anticipate their Twitch may eventually get sued because of this. Again, if you're Emiru, why wouldn't you sue? Even if she works for Twitch, she would get fat paid out of this. And also, flat out, I would be just mad that the place I worked for allowed this to happen. So, if I'm Emiru, and she's already a super wealthy girl, like, I don't see why you wouldn't sue them. To me, it seems like an easy open and shut lawsuit. Honestly, I hate to say it. Honestly, I feel like Twitch is in the position where a major lawsuit like that might bankrupt them. So maybe that's something she'd be worried about. Is she'd be the arbiter of bringing the entire company down that she works for. But I don't think that's something she should think about, in my opinion. I think you should be more thoughtful of like trying to teach this company a lesson. Plus, money's a thing too. Like if you can get a fat payday and you can teach a crappy company you work for to not being crappy, I don't see why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't say arbiter. I meant to say harbinger. That's what I was thinking. Harbinger of Twitch's destruction. I love that word, harbinger. Makes me want to play Mass Effect 2.
Right? But watch how this guy just casually cruises out of the fucking... Here he is right here. There's not a single person looking at him, following him, asking questions, nothing. So after all that shit...
Well, Ethan's wrong here, because I did see this clip. I do think, again, I had brought it up, but watch when he leaves.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Right?
Watch when he leaves.
Watch how this guy just casually cruises out of the fucking... Here he is right here.
There is somebody behind him. Look at the door over here.
Single person look.
See this guy here? This guy clearly has a device or phone on him, and he clearly, in my opinion, looks like he was following the gentleman. But once he sees him getting into the parking lot and getting out, you can very clearly see that this guy turns around, whomever this is. I definitely think this is at least a security or event staff of some sort. Not saying that pardons any aspect of what's happening here, but at minimum, it seems like somebody was... granted, that's if this is somebody who works there. This could have been just some Joe Schmo, but
looking at him.
You can see he goes back, and then he follows him, and then this guy clearly goes back inside when he sees that this guy is gone. So that very well could have just been an upset fan who was trying to help her out by following him to see what he was doing. So maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Carol Pierce says, has this ever happened at this company's events before, says Carol Pierce. That is a great question, because yes, there has been sexual assault at TwitchCon before. It happened just last year. So that's another great case for Emiru as to why she would, in my opinion, she would easily win a lawsuit. Is Twitch has had sexual assault happen on its premises before. I believe there was an event where 2 gentlemen were sexually assaulted last year at this event. So Twitch has had all sorts of problems with their company. There was that. There was a streamer who a couple of years ago broke her spine at the event because there was like a ball pit. I don't remember. There was like a big ball pit that had like a bunch of foam in it, and it was built so that fans could go in and jump in. And apparently it wasn't like that deep, and at the bottom was like concrete, and the girl thought it was like super safe to jump into, and she jumped in back facing the ground, and she landed on her tailbone and broke her back essentially. I don't know whatever happened to that. I'm assuming maybe she sued Twitch. That was another major event of somebody getting pretty gruesomely injured. I don't think Twitch is necessarily all that I don't know. I feel like they're pretty neglectful with how they've been handling many things. So, especially with there being a case of sexual assault just from last year, in my opinion, I would think that would be a pretty open and shut lawsuit, in my opinion.
Shit. This guy cruised the fuck out. So essentially what's...
Jinx said Veronica Rose.
It's really disgusting as they put out this statement that it's just a bold-faced lie to cover their ass. So Twitch lied. Presumably they didn't realize being the geniuses they are, that every second was being filmed by somebody.
Right.
And they put it together. What happened?
Oh, so that's what he's getting into. He's going to start showing clips now of other creators showing just how bad the security was at this event. Odin Salty says, sounds like Twitch needs to get some new people to clean up these messes. Yeah, you guys will see more of it, but one thing that people have been calling for like a couple of years now is for the CEO to essentially get canned. There's this guy named Dan Clancy who is kind of universally known to possibly being like a creepazoid, like a big creep. He's constantly like getting called out for being a weirdo. He's always making weird. He's hanging out with like the really young. You'll see, but he's often like seen hanging out with the young female creators from Twitch. There's a lot of weird stuff put out about him. Carol Pierce says, I wouldn't want to be their insurance company. No, I don't think you really want to have anything to do with Twitch at the moment. Like I said, their company is very poorly ran. I believe, from what I understand, stemming from this event, just over the weekend, immediately after this happened with Emiru, from what I understand, officials from Amazon showed up to the event. If you don't know, Twitch is owned by Amazon, which Amazon's like one of the richest companies in the world now. You would think they would run Twitch a little bit better, seeing as how they own them. But yeah, from what I understand, PR officials showed up at TwitchCon to meet up with Dan Clancy after this. So it's like, okay, well, you should start taking it seriously, right? Your parent company, Amazon, is here, apparently, to talk PR with you guys. But, red flag.
Take a look here.
Yeah, this whole thing's a red flag.
Here's
opinion.
another thing that came up about the bracelets. Lots of little clips started surfacing, showing their phenomenal security. Here's one. TwitchCon security is being called into question after this clip went viral on live stream fails.
Thank you.
Agreed, right?
Yeah. We'll just scan in, and then we're meeting him up front.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did what?
You'll notice it's never giving a confirmation sound.
This looks fake. No, it's real.
It's just showing red, no green.
Okay.
He said,
Did you guys just see that? Ethan was just pointing it out there. But if you notice, look at this person trying to scan in their wrist. It stays red the
you'll
entire
notice
time.
it's never giving a confirmation sound.
This looks fake.
And you can tell because look previously to when that just happened.
One.
Look at the first person
TwitchCon security is
scan
being
their
called into question
wristband.
after this clip went viral on live stream fails.
First person scans their wristband. It clearly turns green. There's one.
Meeting him up front.
They're trying to scan in.
Did what?
No,
You'll
all
notice
red.
it's never
Red the
giving a
entire time.
confirmation sound.
This looks fake.
Red the
No, it's real.
entire time.
It's just showing red,
Keep
no
watching.
green.
Okay.
Oh no!
said-
The guy just said, "Yeah, you're good." Awesome security. Great security. Twitch. You guys are gonna go to the tip top. They're best of the best there.
Go in.
Oh, okay. Seems real tight.
So none of them, by the way, got a green on that.
See, Danny's really good at.
Well, technically the first girl did, but that's 1 out of 3 got a green.
Just being ultra confident about everything, and
We just walked past.
yeah.
You see what she just said? She just said, "Oh my, I guess you just have to be super confident about what you're doing, and they'll just let you in."
Which one's which?
We do a little crime on video. We do crime. We film it live.
And then there's another thing. So apparently these girls here are friends with, have any of you heard of is it S-Fan? S-Fan? He's another creator. Best people to take for security, not really, says Skylar. No. Well, that's another thing people got into, is that it doesn't really even seem that, like, at this event, Twitch even has, like, actual security. Everyone you see is just in, like, the yellow or green shirts, which most of the time, if you ever go to an event like this, I've been to plenty of football games and stuff, or concerts. If you go to this event, typically the people in the brighter colors are just event personnel, and then security is typically in, like, darker color attire. So that's another thing, is like, if you go here, you'll notice there's barely anybody with dark attire. Everyone is just wearing the bright, which mainly means the people handling everything are just like just event personnel. But you'll see these girls here, like I said, they're like friends with like S-Fan, whatever his name is. He's a big creator. And they just walk up to him.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Is this for the meet and greet section?
Looks like it. Yeah.
Dude, that guy probably just walked in, I went straight to her.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is because like a lot of these big streamers on the sides are completely empty. Like, you could just walk past. You could just walk up.
Looks like an airport at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
No offense to people are into this, but this looks like hell to me.
You mean doing the meet and greet?
Being
like
there
being...
or doing it. Hell.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, cons can be fun. This one doesn't look particularly
Con can
fun.
be fun. This one does not look fun.
The other thing I'll say, well, I guess this is probably.
Odin Salty says, I keep noticing all these events, political or not political, always seem to have a security problem. I wonder if any of these people actually get trained properly for this. Well, probably not, because again, to me, it doesn't seem like to me, it doesn't seem like the problem is they don't have, or the problem is that you don't have properly trained security. To me, the problem is that you don't have security at all, which typically, that more means that it's a company just trying to be cheap, which if that's the case, which, you know, which that doesn't seem inherently, that's not inherently a big surprise, right? With a lot of these companies is that, oh, companies are cheap and are trying to save money. You know, not to bring up politics, but like a big complaint with the Charlie Kirk thing, a lot of people are like, so why isn't, like, at one of these events, why does the security have like drones or something to surveil the top of buildings and of the such? I think that's a healthy argument, is like, why aren't at big events like this, why isn't there drone security? I mean, whenever you go to a football game or a big concert, there's like sniper people, you know, on top of the buildings. People always record the police snipers that are on top. So yeah, I mean, obviously with this kind of event, you can't have, you're enclosed in a building, so you can't have like a drone security, but like there should be more. And again, to me, everything always comes back to money. These companies are trying to cheap out, as they're trying to do as little as they can.
At the beginning, right? Is this early on Friday when they first opened?
This was in the first 3 hours.
My observation.
I don't know when this was.
My observation.
Skip all this, Ethan. Go ahead.
Is that it?
Station, a bunch of temp teenagers.
Thing at the end.
Okay, here we go.
Love it. Thank you for.
We missed something at the end.
So here's something. So we skipped ahead. This is those same girls. Now watch what happens here.
Oh, there he is.
So again, they're friends with S-Fan.
So these are unauthorized attendees.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
You see what they just said? They were just like, hey, we're friends with S-Fan. We're just going to walk up to him. Okay. And you just let them walk up? That doesn't worry you that, like, S-Fan, a big streamer, is just, like, having people who just claim to be his friend walk up to him? You didn't check anything or ask him first, hey, do you know these people? They're just like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Now they're going to
S-Fan.
Especially how easy it is now to stalk someone, says Veronica. Absolutely.
Love him.
Nice guy by all accounts.
Man, this isn't McDonald's.
They are skipping the line, walking straight down the aisle. They have invalid credentials.
S-Fan's gonna hate us.
Just walking straight up to
hey,
him.
what's up?
Now, once again,
God
they're
damn.
insinuating that there's security at all would be an exaggeration. There's no.
I didn't see any.
And that is kind of funny. S-Fan's just like, oh, hey, how are you guys? It's like, what if those weren't friends of his and you just like told them they could just walk straight up to him? I don't know.
Security in that entire clip. The people in the yellow shirts are crew. Those are, you know, just workers that scan the badges or whatever.
Dude, what a
I didn't see any
catastrophic
security.
fucking failure. Holy God. So this next clip is extremely important. Emiru was talking before this TwitchCon about how her favorite security guard who saved her
this is a great clip. So yeah, they'll show it. But this is specifically Emiru talking with a guy named Jason, I think, from Twitch. He's another big streamer.
By Twitch forever.
But this is her explaining the details of
with an attendee.
What happened with her previous security guard that
Listen
she
to
loved.
Her in her own words. This guy Jason keeps popping up. Is he a big deal, this guy?
Oh yeah, he's one of the biggest right now. Jason the Ween.
Shout out.
Big up. I watch him a lot.
Big up, phase up. Really? What does he do?
He makes music. He makes IRL streams, and he sits and talks.
Does he not game?
Oh shit! He's got 100
games. No.
What the fuck?
He's doing a subathon right now, or I don't know if it's.
Reminds me of how our VTuber did a meet and greet and got fan mail, but in the end she got stalked because the fan mail had tracking device. Oh, what the heck, said Skylar? That's weird. It would be a big deal if, like, I want to say it wouldn't be. It would be a big deal, but like another thing to think about is like Emiru is not like this is not like a first time she's had a stalker or someone harass her. She'll talk about it here, but this has happened the year prior, with TwitchCon and her having a stalk or a person, try and assault her in some way. She's also on stream had previous people just stream sniper and just show up and they're like, oh hey, and try and attack her basically.
Still going, but he was.
All right. So anyway, here she is talking about it.
I don't think that's true. Okay, maybe I should talk about this. Whatever. Who cares? I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon.
Oh, 2 years ago,
and
not
he
nice.
asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him. The guy wouldn't stop, so he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like perma-banned from the venue forever. But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him while.
So I see what she's saying is is like I was saying before. She's basically saying that Twitch banned her previous security guard because a guy tried to harass or assault her or something, and her security guard, her personal security guard at the time, held the man in place or whomever held him in place until Twitch people could come up and escort him out. Which it's like, it's an insane thing to think about that like you're essentially telling, or he was banned essentially from that building, which there's two things that could be wrong. I think there would be building, the people that own the building, and Twitch itself. I don't think she said specifically whether Twitch banned, or I don't know, she may have said it. Either way, either Twitch banned him or the building banned him. I'm unsure of, but oh shoot, where was I going with that? My brain just went kaput. Oh, I was gonna say what I'd be very curious to wonder why Twitch is so averse from allowing security to be there, and they seem to be very watchful of allowing anybody to be prevented from doing wrongdoing at their event. My big question would be, why is that? What I'm thinking of is Twitch worried about liability? Are they that down bad that they're just like, listen, even if somebody's at fault for doing something, we cannot afford for them to be hurt in any situation, or them to be, you know what I mean? Are they that down bad to not be sued? But then if that's the case, then if you're negligent, I don't think that works, because then if they're negligent, now Emiru has a case to sue them. So I don't know what exactly is going on here. Like, why are you so lenient with having such bad security and such? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. Because then if you have bad security and you allow things to happen, then you're open to liability from your creators. But then if you have really good security, I don't know. I don't know if they're worried. I don't know if that's just me spitballing about what could be the issue. I don't know. Ban the security guard for doing their job. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Like the police to come.
That would have been great if somebody did this to this other fucking freak that sexually assaulted her.
Right.
But apparently that's against Twitch rules.
And it was like my favorite security guard. I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore. I was just okay, it was so sad because he did everything.
He isn't allowed at the venue anymore. Not to make it.
Are they? Another thing I'm spitballing. Are they that worried about viewership? Like, are they that worried about turning off their viewers? I can't imagine that would be the reason why. That's just where my mind goes. Is like, what is the reason why you're opposed to? See, all of that's more conspiratorial. I think what probably is more money. I think it's just a money thing. I just don't think they want to dish out the money to have security posted up everywhere in the building. Hold on, I remember the video about the VTuber stalking that happened 11 months ago. Oh yeah, I'm guaranteed streamers probably get stalked all the time.
I do wonder if it was the convention center that banned him.
I mean, the way she explained, that would be assuming, because the way she explained it is that Twitch banned him.
She said the venue. He's not allowed at the venue anymore, she said. I guess let's listen to it again. Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
She talks about it more in different clips.
Okay, so
I think it was Twitch.
Okay, fair enough.
I think she clarifies that. Although it's good to make sure we're being accurate.
Yeah.
What Carol Pearson chat says, what does Emmy do for this company? She's just a streamer. She's not like a representative. She works for them. She's an employee for Twitch basically. Just because she's a streamer. That's it. There really is nothing more than that. I mean, I think she does, again, she does technically have more, she probably has more at stake than a typical streamer. Like most people like me who are streaming on YouTube, like I have no like contractual basis with YouTube with what I'm doing. So I can just be like, whatever. Like if YouTube, I don't know, ticked me off or something. Yeah, if they made me mad, I could just stop streaming on YouTube and go do something else. But I do believe that she's such a large name on Twitch that she has like certain contractual obligations with them because she makes so much money from streaming on there. Again, if you didn't see, one of the big contractual obligations is that they gave her own show for Twitch because she's such a big name, and then they said, okay, well, if you're gonna keep this show, it's adamant, or we're contractually obligating you to have to do a meet and greet at TwitchCon. No doubt the reason they're doing that is because they need all the help they can get with people showing up at TwitchCon. So that's probably a big stipulation for them, is they're like, all right, we got to get all of our big names and we've got to be super adamant about them showing up to TwitchCon and doing meet and greets, you know. But even then, from what I understand, there's a lot of big names on Twitch that even then are like, no, I'm not doing meet and greets. I don't want to get stalked or, you know, killed or have to deal with sexual harassment and of the sort. But one of the top female streamers is Veronica. Yeah, she's like a top 20 streamer or something on Twitch. Again, she's not like she's just a streamer, but she's not just a streamer. Like she is technically just a streamer on Twitch, but she's such a large streamer that she has like more contractual based stuff. But a lot of people on Twitch have been kind of slowly leaving. I know Moist Critical used to be much larger on there. Asmon Gold is still on Twitch, but he seems to have a much larger presence that's growing on like YouTube. I believe the only people that Twitch is like desperately trying to hold on to are like I know Hassan Piker is on there. There's a handful of other names that I'd have to think about. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really on Twitch all that often. I probably should be for advertising and showing off my YouTube or my channel in general, but I haven't had the time, so I've been pretty comfortable kind of residing over here on YouTube.
She goes on to say the clip gets cut off, but she goes, it's so sad. He did everything perfectly, right?
Right.
So the one guy who's actually good at his job, banned for doing his job well. That to me is where the liability comes.
Odin Southie said, Moist Critical turned off donations because he's made so much money from streaming. Oh yeah, I did see him say something about that. I don't think it's that he made too much money though. Is that what he said? I thought he said that he turned it off because, or maybe he did. I don't remember why. He said something about, I did watch that video, but it's leaving me as to why he said that. You can never have too much money. I don't know, but I definitely think like even if you have too much money like him, maybe he just views it as better for his brand that he does the responsible thing for his viewership. I don't know.
And I'm like, that's lawsuit territory, because not only did they fail to protect her, they prevented her from protecting herself.
Right.
Oh, that's an important point that Ethan brought up. I totally forgot. That's something I'll have you guys watch again. But this is something that when he mentioned it, I thought, yeah, that's a great point. He's saying that essentially Twitch should be more open for a lawsuit because they're more liable now, because not only did they have terrible security, but they actually actively prevented the Emiru from having better security. So it's like a 1-2 punch, you know. Not only are they terrible, but then they prevented you from doing things yourself. Properly.
That to me is where the liability comes in, and I'm like, that's lawsuit territory, because not only did they fail to protect her, they prevented her from protecting herself.
Right.
She had no chance. They put her in a no-win situation.
And then, as Carol Pierce in chat mentioned, and then when you take into account the fact that there's been a history of sexual assault or assault in general at Twitch, that helps your case even more. So it's like, there's so many elements here that to me just speak of easy win if she wants to go down that route. If she wants to go down the lawsuit route, I don't see why you wouldn't, but she does technically work for Twitch, so who knows maybe it comes down to money, where she's just like, well, I make so much money from Twitch. Is it worth me suing and possibly losing? You know, I don't know. I don't know the specifics. I don't have that kind of money, so I guess I can't speak on what would be the proper or wrong decision to make there.
Another old clip of Emiru talking about Twitch, pressuring her to do meet and greets. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, is this the one we saw already?
Yeah, we saw this one.
Yeah,
So
this
my
is
meet
right.
and greet.
So we watched this already. Now, guys, Dan Clancy is there at the con.
Okay, so this is where, thank you so much, H3. I think this is where I'm going to end the H3 portion. And we can move on to another thing. Like I said, there's so many elements. I got to speed this up. I'm already hour 10 into the stream, and I've only touched on the first video. Okay, so first video done. That's the main video. The rest of these we can kind of just blast through. I don't know why I turned the music on for just a sec. Turn you off. Turn you back on. Alright. So here we go. This is another person, I think pretty good friends with Emiru. This is ChazmaN Gold from Twitch. This is him talking about it a little bit. I don't remember why I pulled this video up.
It can be kind of like misinterpreted or weird. But whenever I ended my stream, I saw a message, and it was like 1 minute ago, and it was Emmy saying this had happened. And I immediately called her after I had finished my stream. I had to even make sure that like it was off. And she didn't, like, this was before it had even gone public at all.
Why did I put this video on? I don't remember what he says that
like
stands out.
And so then this,
maybe it's
this
just
video
his
came out,
reaction.
and thank God it came out. Now we can see what happened. Here it is. Let's watch it. So you can see, and what had happened is this person came up to her, and they were in another meet and greet line. That's my understanding. And
we'll only watch this for a minute. I don't remember why I pulled this video up. Other than he's just friends with Emiru, and I wanted to see his reaction.
Grab her, right? He tries to grab her. So there you go. And security basically let this happen. And you can see, you know, like, this is the security. Where was the security? He was like, I didn't even see the guy. He was like waiting back from there. That was it. And so the guy totally did this, wasn't allowed to have our own security. I don't even really want to show the clip that much because it's just disgusting. But that's basically it. And so they banned our private security, unacceptable. Well, they did. They banned, so they also, well, I'll go back and I'll look at this one here. So Emiru talks about her favorite security guard. So Emiru did have a security guard. This was from about a week ago, but TwitchCon had.
All right, so we'll shift off of this video, but as you can tell, I think I at least wanted to look at, because he's friends with her, and to show that, you know, he's. I think ChazmaN was very unhappy, obviously, as anyone should be, with what was going on here. So, W ChazmaN when it comes to that. Here's another clip that I think is worth checking out. So I think this is the one with Taylor Lorenz and Dan Clancy. So this is post. Oh, this is literally like a day or two after the event. This actually. Oh no, this is at TwitchCon. So I think this is the next day at TwitchCon. Dan Clancy talking with Taylor Lorenz. Boo, Taylor Lorenz and Dan Clancy. They both suck. All right, so here we go. Audio up.
Also, a bunch of Twitch content creators.
You'll see he's like, Dan Clancy's such an a-hole, but like you'll see throughout his entire reaction to this thing, he is in just PR mode all the way through 100%. The dude clearly doesn't give a lick about what was actually happening. He's just like, listen, we're focused on blah 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 and security and blah blah. Listen, we're doing our best and blah. He doesn't even mention her Emiru like directly, just doing what he can to like avoid any sort of culpability or liability, whatever word you want to say, when it responsibility.
That they were too scared to even come.
All
to
of the illities.
Just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, the safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch.
The safety of our creators is our top responsibility. No, it is not. I hate to break it to you, Dan. If it was, people wouldn't be getting sexually assaulted 3 hours into the beginning of your event starting on the first day. You know what I mean? If it wouldn't be, because if it was, people wouldn't be assaulting people and then immediately leaving your event scot-free without being stopped by anybody. The dude's just in. He's just in 100% like straight ahead. Eyes are blocked out. No, I didn't see anything. Everything looks good. Looks good here. We're doing our best.
Extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want, engaging with you and participating with you aren't today. They basically.
So what he just said is he's saying when you're a big time creator like that, you can dictate who's in your community and who isn't. So vis-a-vis, he's essentially blaming Emiru for having a weirdo fan come up and sexually assault her. Okay, dude. I mean, I don't care who you are. That's kind of a crazy thing to say. Like, the problem is society. It's on you to remove the people in your fan base that are crazy. No, it's not. It's her responsibility in terms of what may happen in her chat. Sure, that's why moderators are for. Moderators ban people, but like, you can't. What can you do about the crazies that are online other than ban them from your chat? Beyond that, it's like, I mean, nobody can control if a fan is a weirdo, says Odin. Exactly. Yeah, it's and you can see Asmongold face palming at what he just said. He's no, you cannot, says Veronica. So tone deaf, yeah, 100%.
Don't bother me, okay? Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that, we care deeply about securing this environment. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry of helping.
Leaders at what? What are you leading in like the harassment, like stalking? I don't even understand. Like,
just to give you a sense of the monumental fuck up that transpired yesterday, the video of the incident comes out and goes omega viral. Twitch releases a statement about it, stating they have zero tolerance for harassment. Emiru drops a tweet stating Twitch has lied about the whole thing. The person in the video that protected her was her own security, while Twitch's security completely ignored what happened or were even laughing, letting the person just walk away and leave the convention. After all of this, Twitch's CEO Dan Clancy goes live on his own stream, wondering TwitchCon. And then at the very same time as Clancy is streaming like nothing happened, Emiru goes live on her own stream.
I asked them, what are they going to do about
Okay, so they're showing this clip. This is the next clip we're going to watch. Emiru mentions it, but another funny thing in this video is she mentions that the Twitch CEOs and Twitch leadership were having a party that same night. So they had like some big, massive, like corporate TwitchCon party where all of like their biggest content creators were at the night of one of your biggest content creators being sexually assaulted. Isn't that cool? Isn't that great, everyone? I think that's a great idea. That totally doesn't make you look non-empathetic and it doesn't show you having no sympathy for your creators. Oh, Emiru just got assaulted, bro. Let's go. Let's go get some drinks, bro. Need to listen to some music. Sick, dude. She got assaulted. I don't know about you, but the vibes are really good right now for us to go party. What am I doing here? Right. Next video. So this is the video of Emiru. She actually put out her own response to the thing, to the events, and yeah, she goes pretty hardcore on them, kind of letting it all out there. And she even at one point tells people to stop going to TwitchCon, which is like, I would anticipate she's not with Twitch much longer after this, probably for good reason. Oh. Woo, we have poor security measures. Chug, 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 says Odin. Exactly. Doing keg stands because of how incredible their event is. Which, to be honest, I would actually anticipate that this is probably the last time TwitchCon even happens. I would be shocked if there's even a TwitchCon next year. It doesn't sound like this one was all that productive, or I don't know anyone. I haven't seen anyone who said they had a good time there. So again, I don't want any of this stuff to happen, Twitch to go away or TwitchCon to go away. I want them to be more responsible and to treat their creators better. I'm a creator. What if I was invited to some event like this and I got punched in the face or assaulted by somebody and Twitch doesn't do anything for me? I'd be pretty peeved, you know. Not having your back when you technically work for them.
Wake the f up, samurai. We have a city to burn. Okay, so first of all,
The audio on this one's very low. Let me turn it max.
I'm not meant to be doing streams like this. I'm meant to be playing fucking dress up in my room, playing video games, okay?
Her audio is very
I
low.
do not want to have to do like a stream like this. Like, it feels like I'm doing like a fucking press conference or something. But first of all, hope you guys are all feeling okay. Sorry you had to see that.
I gave the audio a bump
What I'm supposed to
up.
be doing right now, actually, I'm supposed to be going over my run of show for my TwitchCon show, which I am still doing, by the way, because of all the work that the production staff and the cosplayers in it put into it. It's not their fault that happened.
Oh, she says it, but that's her event that she was, by doing the meet and greet, she does like I think it's a cosplay costume contest of some sort. And she wanted to keep that show. So that's why she was contractually obligated to have to do the meet and greet.
I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I don't even know where to fucking start. I don't know if you guys can see this. I wrote fucking notes for this because there's so much stuff that I feel like needs to be talked about, which is also why I was very aggressive in my tweet earlier today, which is, I mean, you guys know me. I am never like that, but I just feel like, in a way, it's my responsibility, you know what I mean? Because it's not just about me, like, this could have happened to anyone. Honestly, for all we know, this could have already happened to someone, a small streamer, and someone just wasn't filming it. Which, okay, I'll just start this by saying, shout out to the guy who filmed it and put it on Twitter, because last night after this happened, I was thinking, like, fuck, like, I have to talk about this. Like, people need to know that this happened, like, how am I gonna do that? And then someone happened to post it on Twitter, so thank fucking God I didn't have to figure that out myself, which, okay, like I said, this is gonna be a mess, because I'm not meant to be doing these kinds of streams.
So as you can see, that's something I mentioned earlier. She was obviously showing that she was very thankful to whoever was recording that, because even she's willing to admit that, like, I don't think they would have had my back, or they would have even acknowledged that anything had happened if it wasn't for the camera.
I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet. Like, maybe some people were, but I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't. My personal manager made sure that she had extra security. No one reached out to her. Don't know about everyone, but I know that for a fact.
So that's another thing that she just brought up, is that she's saying that, like, none of the people that she's associated with who also were at the event had Twitter, and Twitch essentially claimed in that one tweet that they put out that they said they were going to be bringing more security onto the floor to assist with, because I mean, obviously the next day they're like, oh yeah, we're going to be bringing more security, don't worry. And then Emiru here is saying, no, they, as far as I've heard, everyone who says that they're there's no additional security. So in my opinion, seems like proof that Twitch is basically lying, again, in my opinion, so that I don't get sued by anybody. Come on, you don't want to sue me. You don't want my $100 that I have. I need that $100. That's all I have.
Let's just start from the beginning, because I want to be able to run through everything before the show starts. The show starts in a fucking hour.
Cameraman being a W as always, says Odin.
My notes are a fucking mess. It looks like a schizo board. But yeah,
it's so reminiscent of, like, police officers, you know, like when a rogue police officer decides to, like, beat some homeless guy, and then people are like, the police officer can just be like, tell his lead that, like, oh no, nothing ever happened. You know, sometimes that body cam can help you, not prevent you from getting beaten, but when it comes to lawsuits, it can help you out. Or dash cam on cars.
Thank you to the guy that put it on Twitter.
I still don't have a dash cam. I really should get one.
Because otherwise, I don't know if anything would have been done or would have been taken seriously. straight up. So I'm just gonna go through, from my perspective, what happened, what I saw, the order of events. So I was doing my meet and greet, and I've seen people saying that it was an obligation given to me, like to be a featured creator and to have my show, I had to do a meet and greet, which is true. I was told that I had to do a meet and greet, but as far as I know, there's some people that can't.
All right, so I just realized this video is 45 minutes long. What can I do? Did I get rid of the H3 video? I should have. Now I'm thinking I should have stuck with the H3 video because that probably would have just gotten to the meat and potatoes of what she's saying.
There at the.
All right, so I'm gonna pull back up the H3 video. We'll watch that instead. That's Emiru's channel, by the way. Shout out Emiru. I'm sure she needs all of the shout outs from me that she can get. Alright, back to this video. We'll watch this one. Show me them meat and potatoes. I need the meat and the potatoes.
Con, he's the head honcho, the CEO, man. Where are you going? He's going strong.
Okay, so here's where they start
Even
getting into
acknowledge
that.
the event if it wasn't captured.
I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet. Like, maybe some people were.
Clearly you didn't read that press release that said everybody gets extra security. You know what's 2 times 0, Dan?
And Ethan's basically acknowledging that, like, she just again was talking about how, from what she's heard, none of the people there got any additional security post what happened. And Ethan's basically saying, oh well, on their a little tweet post talking about, oh no, they claim they gave everyone more security, and she's like, nuh-uh, not from what I heard.
It's still 0. Can't multiply by 0.
That's true.
Undefined, bro.
But I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't.
Another very popular female streamer. Presumably she would be one of the first people to ask if she wants extra security.
My personal manager made sure that she had extra security. No one reached out to her.
Emiru reveals the security guard who pushed the guy away wasn't even Twitch security. Let's take a look at this. If you're interested, she put out a 40-minute video where she really talks about everything, and she drags the hell.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Ethan, for acknowledging. Her video was 40 minutes long. I appreciate you guys making my work.
Out of Twitch.
Making
like,
less
both
work for me.
intentionally and unintentionally, in my opinion. Like, there's things that she says that you can tell she's just being open and honest about stuff, and she's not even, like, trying to make them look bad, but it makes them look so bad.
Yes. Yes.
I spent over $10,000. Some people who stream on Twitch don't even make $10,000
On security, to be clear.
What the fuck are they supposed to do? Like, if you watch the clip, the security guard who pushes the guy away is my security. The woman who pulls me to the back, my manager. If you're a small streamer and you don't have those resources, or someone in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do? No one would have known. Like, it's actually fucking insane.
And I think she's right that seeing how unethical they are, like the way they just released a statement, it might automatically be like, nothing to see here, guys. They would have absolutely downplayed, ignored the event. I have no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Dan Clancy's job is already on the line just because he's such an incompetent fucking weirdo loser.
Yeah.
Just the captain of a fucking sinking ship. Emiru continues to reveal, apparently, Twitch was only going to give... Oh, God, this is going to fucking freak you out. I'm going to let her say it. But this shit is B-A-N-A-N-A-S. What's it spell?
It's bananas.
Oh, yeah, bananas.
Anyway, go ahead, Emiru.
Okay, I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Her reaction's pretty funny here. But He's banned from the platform. But initially, their response to what are they going to do about it is, oh, don't worry, he's banned from the platform for 30 days. Oh, whatever will he do without being able to stream or watch any Twitch videos?
What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, who
no
cares?
The fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like,
Is he
we're
in
talking
jail?
about the convention here. So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen.
So their decision to be like, don't worry, he's suspended for 30 days, is like part of them trying to already cover it up.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That just goes to show you how serious the seriousness that they're treating this. And by the way, I want to say on Emiru's part, it's extremely high character of her to come out and say all this publicly, in my opinion. She's clearly someone that is deeply in bed with Twitch, probably has a vested interest in maintaining a good relationship with them.
Sure, yeah. True.
Odin Salty in chat says, bro, he'll just make another account? Possibly. Quite possibly. You know, I mean, I disagree with you, Odin. I think it's a travesty that he's being banned for 30 days. I'm obviously joking. I was trying to make a joke about how terrible for him. Where I was going with that is he should be happy he's not getting arrested for having doing that, but
And it's very, and also there's going to be lots of
not
people
IP banned
like
or nothing,
Hassan Piker,
Veronica.
Taylor
And
Lorenz,
yeah, that's
and all
another
these
thing.
Usual suspects who just fucking are in a cult that runs defense for.
I'm sure
Twitch
when he
and Hassan
found out he was
that
banned
are,
from Twitch,
you know,
he's
gonna
like,
see her as an enemy,
"No,
which is happening. by
I'd
the
rather
way.
get arrested."
So I think it's very brave and high character of her to do this.
By the way, these two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Amazon needs to get their fucking head out of their ass. How is it that this guy still has a job at all? Like, Dan Clancy needs to be gone from this job years ago, man. He's such a goofball. He's not CEO material.
You know, we saw him so many times at TwitchCon just walking past us. And I was like, was that? And
He's
then, like,
not slick. He's not
At
smart.
the time, I thought it was cool. Like, oh, cool. CEO's just walking around with everyone. Now, looking back, it's like, that was a little strange.
A little too close, as you guys will see later on.
So as you can see, AB is talking about how, like, that is weird in my opinion. For not saying that a CEO or people a part of leadership of a company can't go and hang out with consumers or the civilians, but like knowing that he's already a weirdo, it is very weird to know that he's so like, I'm hip, I'm cool, I can hang out with the youngins. And I told you, he's already been known to really like to hang out with the young female Twitch employees that he has, Twitch streamers. Very odd. Stay away from him, ladies. In my opinion, I don't know. I'm not suggesting anything. I don't know anything for sure. Covering my own AWS.
Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
She's being classy and not saying
And that's
it,
what
she
I
was
had
there.
mentioned earlier. She
Other
mentioned
people
is
confirmed
that
the ones that told
he
her
heard
this,
that key
and
leadership
heard it from
people
her,
were out
that
partying.
She's specifically talking about, amongst others, Dan Clancy himself.
Oops.
So that very same night, he's just out partying, yucking it up, having a great old time. Asmon Gold is close friends with her. He's
gracing us peasants with his presence, said Veronica Rose. Yeah, I've heard, again, I've seen plenty of clips of him being just, he's a weirdo. I don't know what else to say. I don't mean to, I'm not trying to slander him. It's just, all of this is in my opinion. I don't know for a fact that he's a weirdo. I'm just saying the vibes are off. The vibes are very off. That's all I'll say. As to what that means, I don't know.
spoke with her on the phone.
Again, I need my $100. I cannot afford to get sued and lose my hundo buckaroonies. I need
Before and
that.
after.
Security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Wow. Yep, that was who. I was going to leak it to my friend, but I guess I don't have to now.
Later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't.
That's who they were.
But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
She's speaking about Dan Clancy himself, by the way.
So I mean,
Right. So I saw this, and
And again, I'll throw it out there again. Imagine you're the CEO of a major company. Imagine going out and being caught partying when your dying company that is possibly on the verge of upending itself in the near future. Imagine being at the head of that company and finding out that you could be now have a lawsuit of your own one of your biggest creators suing you for letting sexual assault happen. What kind of professionalism is that? Like, you would think in the offices of Twitch, the red alarm is going off. Red alert, red alert. Red alert. You need to stay at the office and figure out what's happening here, and you need to do what you can to appease Emiru, because you're now open. You're open to being sued, my guy. Like, is that not what a good CEO would do? Would be like, all right, Emiru, what can I do? What can I do to make you happy? We obviously don't want you to sue us, and we want to make you happy. You're one of our largest creators. What can I do for you? Instead, this man's over there smoking, taking big bong rips and doing keg stands with probably 18-year-old other streamer girls that work for his company. Like, just totally. I don't know. The man's a mess. The man's a mess, and not a CEO material, in my opinion. Suing you for $101, said Veronica. Indeed. Skylar Twilight said the bells are tolling for this one, gang. Said Skylar. Absolutely. I'll be honest. The guy is I'm not a CEO. Who am I to judge? I've got to wonder if this guy Dan Clancy just knows his company is dead in the water. Maybe he's at the point he doesn't give an F, he doesn't give a crap. He's just like, there's nothing I can do to save my company, whatever. I'm going to party with these possibly underage or of age streamers at my event. Again, I don't know anything, but I don't know. Maybe he just knows his company's screwed, and he's yucking it up and just wants to feel young and hang out with the kids. I don't know.
Not a big fan of Asmongold. But I also just don't know Twitch very well. So I asked Love. I was like, would Asmongold know?
Yeah.
And apparently they're part of the same organization. They're friends.
Yeah, they're friends.
Okay, so the
reason I know is because I watched this clip.
I didn't know if he was just speaking out of his ass.
No, he's very credible.
Yeah, no. So on this,
his political takes are one thing, but like he is credible when he's talking about like Twitch culture and stuff.
Sure, fair enough.
Yeah, 100%. Twitch. Emiru ends her press conference advising creators to not go to Twitch.com.
Oh yeah, this is where she talks about.
And I mean, yes, people need to stop
like,
fucking going to TwitchCon. This needs to be the last TwitchCon. They failed her, man. This poor girl went there and got probably traumatized and sexually assaulted.
Odin is salty in chat says, if it wasn't for the fact that the video game Twitch drops and KCO exists, then I would not give a crap about Twitch. But those are the only reasons I really have it around. Oh, Twitch drops. And KCO. Oh, I see. I know who KCO is. I don't know. Video game Twitch drops. What is that?
Assaulted, which was totally preventable. Just a catastrophic failure.
Also, Moist Critical. Oh, Moist Critical is still on Twitch. I thought he was only on YouTube now.
We're reassuring everybody that the security was top notch.
I really would discourage other creators from going back to TwitchCon, not just because it was able to happen at all, and what happened during it, and the aftermath. Like, it's just crazy. Like, why would their PR team say that? Like, you can literally see in the clip that
she's talking about the press release where they're like, it's all good, guys.
Right.
Which upset her, obviously, right? I mean, obvious. How disrespectful to her.
Mm-hmm.
Allowed to walk away. But yeah, thank you guys.
And I hate to say it, I don't mean to bring politics into it, but like, this whole event to me, how Twitch operates, stuff like TwitchCon, to me it gives very strong like misogynistic vibes, where it's like like it's just, it's like, how do you not, it doesn't seem like, people always say, believe women. You know what I mean? Believe women when they say, things like this could be super traumatic and obviously are terrible. But like Twitch is like the most, they come off, they give the vibe of like a misogynistic male who's just like, oh, it didn't happen, or whatever, it wasn't that bad. He just tried to kiss her. You know what I mean? He didn't do anything. You know what I mean? It gives, I don't know, this is my opinion, but like it gives strong like, whatever, you'll be all right. Suck it up, honey. You know what I mean? That type of thing. I don't know. That's just me.
There's actually other parts of this where she's talking about how no one from Twitch in the immediate aftermath checked up on her at all, which I also thought extremely, extremely disturbing.
They're just incompetent.
Ooh, does anyone work there?
Yeah, I'm in.
Is it just Dan Clancy walking around trying to fucking befriend young girls?
Yes, that's what Twitch is.
Well, that's it, man. In the stream, she also confirms that the police did arrest the guy and she is pressing charges. So,
okay.
Justice hope.
Oh, cool. I didn't even know that. Did they really say that at the end? I didn't know that stuff.
Evidently.
Well, that's it, man. In the stream, she also confirms that the police did arrest the guy and she is pressing charges. So,
there we go. Well, that answers. I didn't even know that. Clearly I should have watched the whole video. Well, that's good. They said, I guess, at the end of the video, Emiru says that the guy has been arrested and she is going to press charges. Well, that's a positive. I mean, at least the guy has been stopped, at least. Let's see. Veronica Rose says, reminds me of how many times can women on their platform can violate the rules and still get away with it. How many times can women on their platform? How many times? I guess. I'm not sure what you mean. Still, when something like this happens, they turn a blind eye to it. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I just get strange vibes from Twitch. It does, to me, it does kind of seem like, I don't mean to just throw around the word misogynistic, but like, it's like boys, to me, Twitch kind of gives off like big boys club type stuff. I mean, because it does feel drastically different. I mean, you're not that far removed from when Twitch was like, everyone was freaking out about the bath streamers, or what was it, the tub streamers, or whatever the girls were doing. And like, for the most part, that was just people on the outside who were freaking out, and Twitch was actually like, I actually didn't have a problem. I don't inherently have a problem with the tub streamers. I was like, it's annoying, but whatever, they're clothed semi. So like, but like, I don't know. I want to say it's Twitch being misogynistic, but they were like friendly with that kind of stuff. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what their goal is. Odin Salty says, I notice each content app tends to have their own double standards. Some YouTubes get away with stuff that Twitch streamers couldn't get away with. It's a bit strange. I guess so. I don't know. I honestly, maybe it's because I'm on YouTube. I don't feel like YouTube is really all that. I don't feel like they're really all that bad with hindering content of any sort. I mean, I feel like as a creator, it's on you to kind of police and to an extent, it's on you to kind of dictate, control what type of audience or what type of mindset that you allow in your streams and of the sort. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't feel like YouTube's all that particularly bad. I'm trying to think of anyone I've seen who's like, because I feel like all of the worst people that do like really messed up content, I don't feel like they're really on YouTube. And I'll be honest, I mean, save some people, but I don't think most of the bad ones are really on Twitch either. I feel like the ones that have people that are really doing stuff is like Kick and stuff. Kick is probably the worst one that's got people dying on stream, and that's where oh gosh, where's that one douche? What's his name? Little kid who's always getting in trouble. I don't remember his name. Is it Dylan? Danny? I don't remember. I'm not gonna try. Veronica Rose says, sorry, using text to speech. What I'm saying is that it feels like they only cover women only if they service to them. Oh no, YouTube was soft and reluctant to punish Logan Paul when the Forest thing happened. Yeah, I can see that, Veronica. Gosh, that's so long ago. The what is it? Suicide Forest or what it was called? I don't remember the reaction to that. I thought I know at least from Suicide Forest, I think he was forever banned from going to Japan or something like that. I know that for a fact because I remember seeing on a podcast later on, just like last year, he was caught saying he was banned to go still going to Japan years later, because he does wrestling, and because wrestling has its own organization in Japan, someone was asking him, why can't you wrestle in Japan? And he's like, oh, I can't because Japan won't let me back over there. And he wouldn't say why, and the people in the crowd were like, oh yeah, we know why. Guys, I think there's someone hanging there. Ugh. I saw that video when it came out. It was incredibly stupid thing to have a dead body in your stream. I forgot how people made some memes with that clip. Veronica says Sniper Wolf is YouTube's golden child too when she docked Jackson. Oh, that is a great point. I forgot about the Sniper Wolf stuff. Yeah, I think she pretty much got off the hook, right? Not let off the hook, but I definitely think it seemed like she got lax on it after. So she didn't, in my opinion, what it seemed like happened with that is that someone from YouTube talked to her and told her you need to stop. But I don't believe, she was ever formally punished. Or if she did, it was only like a day or two ban or something like that. That was pretty messed up though. Yeah, I agree. That's one of the few ones where I can say, yeah, YouTube was super lax with what they were doing with that one. All right, what do we got left here?
Okay.
That whole thing was just super messed up in general. Sniper Wolf sucks. Stealing people's content and like I feel like as a creator, when it comes to other creators, there's like a subtle like understanding that like, okay, you can use my content, but you need to mix it up somehow and credit me, which is what I've tried to do. Like if you guys look at my YouTube shorts, there's a couple other creators where I'll take one of their short videos, I'll add it to mine, but I'll at least put their name in the description or on the video, and I'll change the video up somewhat. When I do these streams, when you see me watching people's videos on YouTube, there's like a subtle understanding of what's called fair use, and most creators tend to believe, as long as like H3 believes in all that, I believe that most of these other creators, in all actuality, I should be actually like reaching out to these people and saying, hey, can I use your video in something? Problem is I'm such a small YouTuber. There's no way Ethan Klein is gonna see my request and be like, my request is get drowned out in like a million requests of people asking. So that's why there's a subtle understanding of like, yes, you can use my content, but you need to mix it up or pause it periodically and add commentary and talk over it, which is what I try to do. Also, if you ever notice when I'm watching other people's content, I put it at 1.25 speed. So I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. And I'm also stopping in commentary. Therefore, technically, lawfully transforming the content in some way. And that typically, as long as you like credit the creator and you do those things to transform the content in some way, typically most YouTubers are like, sure, yeah, as long as you do that and you credit me. Like if someone did that with my video, I wouldn't have a problem as long as you shout me out or say, hey, I got this from this channel, or this is this guy. Like yeah, sure, use my content. I don't. Got a weak punishment, said Skylar. Are you still? Oh, that was Sniper Wolf. Yeah. YouTube wouldn't take the monetization for Logan for a while until the backlash got hard. Yeah. I don't. I hate to say it, I'm not excusing YouTube at all, but I feel like Logan Paul was like YouTube's largest creator at the time, so maybe that made it incredibly hard for them to do something. Again, I'm not excusing that. Maybe internally for them that was like a bigger problem of like, well, we can't really punish our biggest name, but I have no idea. Copyright, says Veronica. Copyright and
justice hopefully
an
will
interesting
be
word.
With no help or thanks to Twitch.
All right, so there's that video. Oh gosh, man, I'm almost on 2 hours on this one topic. Goodness, I feel like I keep going longer and longer on specific topics. Hey, we're done. That's all I had. So yeah, that's basically the Emiru situation. From what I understand, what they just said at the very end there is all I know. Emiru is the guy apparently got arrested. She's gonna press charges. We're still waiting to see whether Twitch gets held accountable for anything. Maybe there's a lawsuit coming their way. I'm sure that's not what they're hoping for, but who knows? Yeah, that's all I had. Want to see? That's an hour 50. I still got a couple more videos if you guys want. Maybe we can finish watching these. I'm kind of curious. I did have one video I wanted to show you guys. I think I shared it with you on the Discord.
Well, well. Looks like you've reached the end, haven't you? You imbeciles. On Enter ChazmaN, you'll witness gaming brilliance beyond your comprehension. ChazmaN Live brings the drama. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. EST. Longplays delivers full journeys, uncut and unspoiled. Join the Patreon, Discord, Instagram, and TikTok below, if you can manage it. Still not following Enter ChazmaN? Then mediocrity clearly suits you.